using integers will only get us so far because of their lack of ability to store information with decimals. So, when we're doing any scientific work, of course, we're going to need as much precision as possible. So, anyway, this is where doubles come in. Start this program, give it the file name doubles. So doubles are numbers which can have decimals. So it's not required for them to have decimals, but just knowing that they can store decimals is going to be pretty important. We'll write a little program that will use them. So we're going to start with a number x here, which is going to be an integer amount. So this is a number that won't have decimals. And then we'll do the price of, you can pick any item that you want. And I'm gonna put the price of a taco. So the user is going to say how many of the item that they want, and please express this using a decimal. So at my restaurant, tacos are going to cost $4.17. And then we're going to need another double to hold the total. So the user is going to enter how many they want. This is going to be the price of them, and this is going to be the total of their order. So very commonly when I have something like this is just integer x. X tells you nothing about the variable. So this is a line of code where you should be putting a comment explaining the purpose of this variable. So int x, we're going to put here, this is the quantity of tacos. Sometimes you can put that the user is going to be entering this, or there's a lot of different things that you can do. But anyway, x is going to be the amount of tacos here. This is going to be the price of the tacos, and this is going to be the total. If you feel like 417 isn't specific enough, you can put the word price here, and that might help out as well. Okay, so let's put a little bit of a menu, and we're going to handle user input in this program. So the first thing is we're going to display a taco costs. I'm going to put a $, and then I'll put taco. Okay. So then I'm going to see out how many would you like? And note that this line is not going to have an end L here. I'll run the program and then show you what we're looking at here. Okay, so I've got the price of my taco displayed. The program says, how many would you like? And I want the user to type their number in here so that it can do the calculation. This seems like a good place to do that. We don't want it to have this prompt and they put a number on a line by itself. The reason for that is so that they can scroll back through their program and it's easy to see what the, say, 4 that they entered here is associated with, as opposed to like a bunch of numbers showing up along the left-hand side. So we're going to prompt them to say how many would you like. So we use the word prompt a lot because it's not always a question. Sometimes we're putting like part of a statement in there, they're filling in the gap. So here's how this is going to work. Cout is the C language output command. The opposite of that for the input command is cin. The other thing that we have to change is when we're doing a cout, these arrows push this value onto the command. So how many would you like gets pushed by these arrows onto the cout, and that's how we see it. Cin is the opposite. what we're doing is we're taking something from the input and we're storing it into the program. So what are we storing it into? We're going to be storing it into the value x. So cin x, and then we will tell the user, maybe I'll put an end L here just to create a little bit of space. And then we're going to see out, you want X tacos. Don't forget to put your spaces in here because the program will not do it on its own. Okay, so you want this many tacos. So if I run the program, let's see what we get. A taco costs $4.17. How many would you like? I'm going to go with 10. And it says you want 10 tacos. So this holds on, so it pauses here. That's how CN works. It pauses for the user to enter something. When the user hits the enter key after their number, it gets stored in the variable X, and then it gets displayed here because we told it to. So now let's figure out what our total is. So total is going to be equal to X times taco. So total gets the value of X times taco. So if I put a 10 here, 10 times 4.17 is going to be $41.70. And then we will see out your total is total. And then we will run the program, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, how many would you like? I'm going to go with 5 for the first example, and then I'll show you something. So I want 5. That tells me it's $20.85, and I want 5 tacos. I'm going to run that again, but watch what happens if I decide that I want 100 tacos. So it says your total is $417, which is correct, but it doesn't show the decimal. It's even more evident if if I put in a 10. Well, it doesn't give me $41.70. It gives me $41.7. So later on, we're going to learn how we can keep the precision of the number to 2 decimal places. So obviously, doubles are very useful because they allow us to use decimal places in our programming.